woman by my side. Yes, very beautiful. And not just beautiful, she's beauty with brains, you know. We're not just talking about the shape, like somebody was talking about today, said that if you have shape and you're not sharp, that you're nothing really. We're talking about somebody that you see and you know that, oh, she's good looking, but she's more than that. And that's what we're talking about here today. And like you always know, the program is for everyone that is a woman, whether you're married, not married, you are probably you have children or not. It's just for you. It's for everybody here that is a woman. And this is a show that you want to look forward to today, because we're not talking about the regular. We're going out of the regular thing that we usually talk about to something that I'm sure you would love to hear. We'll be right back after this short break. I think introduce you. Okay, let's Okay, so you're welcome back. You're welcome back. And today I also have here with me Mr. David. Mr. David, the naughty Mr. David. Naughty Mr. David.
I sometimes wonder why you have to do this, right? In my head, I'm just saying, okay, I'm just going to be calm. I'm not going to really get at you. I will just allow you to do your thing.
I understand.
But you just have to bring me up. Anyways, a very good afternoon to every single person listening and watching right now, wherever you're watching from, anywhere in the world. We bid you welcome. It is the Helpmate Show. Hey, I'm not supposed to be here today, but I have to be here because of the superwoman that we have here. I'm talking about Mrs. Amaka Daniel. She's been a bit on her phone for like a few seconds.
I'm sure people are placing.
I'm used to doing that. All right, we call her the unrepentant farmer, one that has been through a lot when it comes to farming. The very beautiful Adenika will be reading her profile in a bit. But before then, let me officially say welcome to the show.
You're welcome, Mama.
Thank you.
All right, so let's just run through her profile almost immediately. Please help us with that.
Okay, yes. Amaka Chukwudum Daniel is the founder and CEO of Amicable Model Farms, a thriving agricultural company based in Lagos, Nigeria. The company has made giant strides into the agribusiness space with a particular focus on organic farming. Did you get that? Organic farming. And has trained over 1,000 women, and that's what we're talking about here, and set up over 200 farms for clients across Nigeria. Amaka is a highly respected resource person in agribusiness and is the author of the critically acclaimed book Gold in the Bush. Which has, I like that, gold in the bush. So what's gold in the bush about?
It's about snail farming, actually.
Okay. We're going to talk about Baba. So let me just go on. Gold in the bush. I love, how did you coin that topic?
You said you were going to talk about it.
No, I just wonder, how did you coin
just read this.
Okay, let me just explain the intro to that. When I was younger, I followed my mom to the farm.
Okay.
She has vegetable farms, and as a teacher, when we...
Sorry. By the way, before you continue, I honestly have to confess here openly that you don't look like a farmer. You look like a model. You look like one who's... you don't look like a farmer at all.
No, I am a sassy farmer.
Hey, sassy.
I'm not the old.
You're a sassy farmer. I like that. I like that.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so go on, Mom.
So then, we don't eat snail in the house.
Okay.
From my dad's place.
Alright.
So when we harvest all the snails, and I will share it to the neighbors that live in our compound.
Wow.
My parents will never allow you to eat. So when I finished from school, and I found out that this snail is expensive in the market, and I began to do a research.
Okay.
Why can't I grow the snails on my own and sell? I paid for snail farming to 3 different people. One of them actually lady for me, for like 25,000. I started 10. Once I went to the Holy Land, I saw snail farming in different dimensions. When I went for my master's, when I came back, I decided to do much deeper research into what I learned. So it's quite a thing now. It's really then. It's actually a goal that can make me rich when I want. I so I started to write my experience. God and touch. That thing you're thinking is nothing in your bush. It's actually a gold mine. How many times?
She has trained over 1,005 women and youth of family. Her family in national transformation has led her to pioneer and champion several laudable initiatives geared towards promoting awareness and best practices in agriculture. She's currently the president of Organic Dynasty for African Agro Investors, beautiful, and founders of Eat Right initiative, and has won several industry and entrepreneurship awards. Our unflinching passion for farming has earned her the title the Unrepentant Farmer. Wow, beautiful. She holds an MBA from the prestigious business school Netherlands.
Wow.
Amaka had a successful banking career spanning over 6 years in one of Nigeria's foremost tier one bank before she later worked as an operation manager in a leading logistic company based in Lagos. Really, from banking to farming. What happened?
I like that line. You just used the word.
What
really.
happened?
Passion was driving me crazy.
Wow, 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 wow.
You know, first off, I think, in my opinion, first off, I would rather she help us with a lot of why she left,
Banking,
and all of that. But then I don't know if you're done with her profile.
Yes,
So-
I'm done. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, now in my own tiny little understanding, excuse me, she is married and she's practically, well, I use the word unrepentant when it comes to farming. So one way or the other, she's just who she is when it comes to farming. So maybe you're just gonna help us a bit with how you found your way through farming. I mean, how it all started and what it is for you. And again, yes, I want the very beautiful Adenike to help us with what we're talking about today, right? All
So
right.
yes, it's we're talking about the woman and her passion. The woman, a passion. You know, when you see a woman, the first thing you think about is you probably just think all she's good for is rearing children and taking care of a man. But we are trying to prove to you people that we can be so much more. There's a passion that locks on the inside of us that when you allow us to unleash it, we can be something for you. So let's talk about it. What's passion for you? What's passion for you?
To me, passion is that thing that takes away your sleep. And when you see it, it makes you smile. It gives you confidence and it gives you peace.
So it takes away your sleep. I like sleep. So how do you deal with that?
When you become passionate about
like that.
something, I can bet you that when that thing is not realized, you won't have peace.
So not peace.
Personally, when I was starting up and I look at myself, I've written some landmarks for myself at a particular time. When I don't get that, I don't have peace. And I started from nothing. I didn't have financial support from maybe one big man or big institute that gave me.
Or even your parents.
My family was very supportive.
Okay.
But you see, the environment we find ourselves is not a fun place. It's in a place where you pay people for a thing and you don't see it. I was able to raise some money to drill the borehole. The location where I got my first farm there was Abeokuta. And we know that to drill borehole in that area is actually expensive. I was charged 1.8 million naira for borehole. And I was able.
Wow.
I was able.
Wow.
The money went out the drain. I was able.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I had to look for money my family supported and friends. And I went to drill well. I was just 700,000 and paid. I was only things in the world
And you
at
came
least
second time.
and disappeared.
Wow.
And so I decided to go to the north.
Okay.
I went to the north to help someone who was having issue with their rice farm then. They were not getting maximum yield. And I know that with my experience with the way the farmers grow their wheat and
Okay.
it could be useful. We went there and I had to strike a deal with them. Okay, you don't have money, fine. But for every extra yield you get from what you used to, I will get 3%. That means if I get 10 bags of rice for you extra from what you used to do, that means 3 bags belongs to me.
Wow.
And we did. So from there, what I was able to get, I started afresh. I had gone through the ups and downs of it in this industry. I've gone through losses. There was a time my rice farm in the north were devastated.
Wow.
Herders were in my farm for 9 days. They were eating the rice. I reported to police. There was nothing they could do.
So
was
like,
advised
that
to
was
go
how
back.
many years ago? Sorry, that was how many years ago?
That was in 2017.
That means that these people, they've been around for a long time.
Yes, that was in 2017.
Wow.
And as I'm talking to you, earlier this year, one of the granite farms I was managing, they entered again and they ate up almost an acre. It's on everywhere on social media.
Wow.
We captured one of the cow and tied it down so that the owner could come and then we'll talk about what they, and they started calling their people to come and go.
Guns.
Luckily, I had some of my workers who are actually from the north.
Okay.
So they told me what they were saying in their language, and I didn't want any issue. So I asked them, please release this cow. Right now, raise violence in this environment. So it's been up and down. But
so that means that you're trying to say that in every business there's always a risk factor to it. That means that it's not going to be all rosy and smooth. Then I want to ask you, like, okay, that's a question I wanted to ask before. That what's the genesis of amicable model farms? What's the genesis?
Amicable model farms simply means friendly global. It's a French name. Okay, I already told us how I started my passion, how I fell in love with the farm from my mom. My dad too is a distributor. He was a senior distributor. He's late now, but then he also had a big farm. So my first passion was for my parents' farm. So even as a banker, I was missing the farm. Wow. I felt something was not right. I felt caged. So when I had the freedom to free myself, I refused to go back to white collar job.
I don't stop you on that, really. I like the fact that you said you felt caged, and that for me is actually interesting. Now, I see a lot of parents these days go as far as not wanting their kids to be them, but rather becoming what they did not achieve. I'll give you an example. For instance, if a father does like
an extension of their own dreams,
like to play football, and that could not happen for him, he would then tell the child, okay, you know what, maybe you need to go into football and try and make. I mean, sometimes this
selfish.
You want to call it selfish. They think they know best for the kids. Sometimes we might think we know best for our kids. Now, my question for you now would be, you just said somehow you were feeling so caged.
Okay, I'll explain that.
All right.
Personally, I'm a very creative person.
Oh, okay.
And I get bored very easily.
We can tell.
I can be in this room with this seat straight. In the next 10 minutes, I'm tired of seeing it straight. I want it bent. I want it L-shaped.
Such an inquisitive person.
So, in the bank, you're told, okay, a customer will walk in, you open account, you verify, and I was in customer service.
Apologies to all of the bankers, yeah?
Sitting down there was frustrating for me, And as I sit on that, I keep imagining this person that was, okay, I'll also explain. As a banker, I had a boutique.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I realized that all of them were ordering for the suits from Lagos.
Okay.
Being in the banking system is easier for me to assess.
Wait, which of the states did you serve?
Akwa Ibom State.
All right.
So what I did was, I would buy the suit from Turkey, bring it in, open the shop. Meanwhile, I was very young. I became a graduate at 19 years.
Wow.
So you can imagine the small me in the bank. So I didn't tell anyone I was the owner of the boutique.
Wow.
So I pushed my brother as the owner of the boutique. So everybody believed one man owns it and just oversee it.
Wow.
Wow. My brain couldn't rest. You understand?
Okay.
So I was ordering all the suits I'll put there in the boutique. I'll be acting as a marketer. So everybody buys the suits, but you have to go to the shop to buy and pay, not me.
Yeah.
So that's the way it was. And I had other business, which I grow things at the back of my house. I cook food and I sell to all the bachelors. How did this business start? I love to prepare my own. So I had this way I do my pancake. But the thing is, each time I stand up from my seat to go upstairs at the canteen to eat, all the counter will clear up. The guys will follow me up and they will finish me. Our head of operation kept complaining. So one day I told them, you have to start buying. So they start placing order. So I will prepare all their own and then deliver in the morning. From pancake and breaker oats, we translated into soup, into stew, and it became a second business.
Wow.
So even as a banker,
You had a boutique.
I had a boutique.
You also had a mini canteen. Okay.
That I was not paying for.
Okay, now it's becoming clear to me now. In my opinion,
Business is in the blood.
Okay, so
Part of your
I gotta
DNA.
say this. This lady here is one that I've just recently met, and in my kind of tiny little journey with her, I got to discover that she is super restless, and not just that she's restless to making a difference. And honestly, that is a wow factor, because you would rarely see women in her position. In her, I've seen women who marriages change, right? And from what we're talking about, the passion of every woman should continue. And she had not. I mean, I'm not saying this because she's here. She's not stopped her passion
Because of marriage.
It is from one business to the other. In fact, on one occasion, she was telling me about a particular loan. I'm going to keep it quiet here. She's laughing right now. The loan she's actually aiming for was supposed to be from. Okay, let's not go there. Now, what I'm going to ask now is this: how do you manage this runs of business with marriage?
Okay, thank you. Number one, I didn't just marry a man. I married a man that believes in my vision.
Hallelujah, I like that.
All right. But that's pretty true.
The major reason why I waited before I got married, I wanted to be sure of what this man believed in.
Okay.
This is someone that, if I am not in that and is getting down, instead of calling me to the house shouting, "Where is my food?" he will get it ready.
Hallelujah.
By the time I'm back, everybody is smiling and we are resting. So it's about having someone that understands this vision. It will help you 80% to achieve it.
Okay, so first off, let's give a big shout out to the husband. Mr. Daniels,
Daniels,
from all of us here, we want to say,
love you.
Well done. You now, mind you be. Let me start. Now, she stepped in here saying one sentence. I look stressed. Please tell me, who is looking stressed?
She's not looking stressed.
And then she says she looks stressed. Okay, she knows me.
She's actually glowing. She's glowing.
Now, let's get to your line of business. You said, and I quote, snail business was a gold mine, and then you decided to go into it big time. A lot of people want to start asking, okay, so if I want to go into snail business, first off, how much do I need to have? And what's the risk involved? Now, we know very well that you're not only into snail business, you're almost into almost every lifestyle, aside from farming. So you have to first take us bit by bit. Also, yes, let our listener know, and of course our viewers on Instagram know that you can send your questions to this amazing superwoman of ours today. And those questions, we will try as much as we can to read them out to her, and of course she will answer. She's a very super busy person. We'll try as much as we can as well to make sure that she also tries everything humanly possible to also maybe teach us some things about farming and lifestyle. But then my question is, okay, she's looking at me. I'm not putting you on the spot today, trust me. This is not the day. Maybe the next time you come here, because I know you used to come here. I am almost sure. We would have to put you on several spots. But then, let's get to the question. How did you start this business? If anybody wants to also go into it, how much most likely can the person start with? And the risk involved, because that's the only thing a lot of people want to know. I don't want our listening audience and our viewing audience to start feeling, it looks easy. No, it's not actually easy. There's a whole lot of work to go through. So help us through it.
Okay, let me start by saying that every aspect of agribusiness has its own risk. You would say, okay, I won't do livestock. They say she does rice. Let me do rice. I won't even go to farming. Let me just harvest, buy from people. It has its own risk. I remember when someone came to me then crying, their rice was spoiled and all. On getting to that point, I told them it's not from the people that farmed the rice. It's from the people that did the processing. The moisture content was high. So when you store it, it starts spoiling. So the basic thing you need before you go into agribusiness is number one, please and please know your passion. If you're not passionate about it and you start it, you will definitely lose it.
Wow. Even with all of the money is
You
invested.
will say, I've seen someone that invested 100 million naira.
Wow.
I'm not making them, I'm not trying to make it as regret. I'm saying the real.
Wow.
100 million, he bought cow, he bought rams. They died off within 2 months.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
100 million.
Yes.
So in other words, sorry.
I was not directly involved.
Wait. Okay, so let me use myself as an example.
One of the supervisors called on me. So I went to the scene and I was like, wow, what is this?
So what did they do with those?
I don't know, but that's a fatal loss, as you can see.
In other words, so one have to also have a strong heart.
She said it before.
That was off camera.
You have passion.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, that's
apart from the passion, you will be trained. Please and please, don't just go into agribusiness because of that. Said, let's go and do farming. Go for
training.
I mean, practically, go the church. Food is
Oh
physical.
my gosh, you have to say this again.
All these things we see online, there are so many virtual farmers out there. I can see it again and again.
Virtual farmers
That has not seen the soil before. They may not even know loamy soil away from sandy soil or clay. They will just tell they are farmers.
Wow.
And that's why they will tell you bring investment. We will do an investment for you. You will get 700% increase.
I've seen that several.
It's not doable.
Wow.
They will come back to you crying.
Wow.
You understand? It's doable over a period of time. Not for you to invest 100,000
And of course, that would be with strong sustainability. Wow.
So I keep saying it. 3 major things. Have a mentor. Have a passion for what you want to do.
Mental passion for what you do.
And be focused about it. Be focused about it. I know a lady that came to me. I was saying it before when we were offline. This lady came to me then. She wanted to go into agribusiness. Okay, this is even another person, not the one we discussed, but let me share that story.
Okay.
This person came, she wanted to start up something. She just, the household, she's a widow. Her husband was late. And the first question I asked her is, how much capital? Because I could see the passion. She has passion. I was ready for anything that could feed the children. What is your capital? She told me all she has with her is 100,000. She doesn't even have it together, but some people has promised her to give us a service.
Wow.
I said, fine. This is what we do. We can actually take part because the husband actually has a house. It's all this low cost house. And people don't really live around this. So we can get things to fix it. But she was thinking of snail farming then. I told her, leave snail farming. Snail farming is not as they say on Google. I'm sorry to say, but Google lied about that one. I'm talking from experience. Wow.
I like that part, man. Because a lot of people have been thinking snail farming is something that you can just have to do now. And in less than 2, 3, 4, 5 months, you start earning.
You know, there are so many things that we don't do. We think that Google is always right. One of my colleagues then told me she doesn't believe in God. And suddenly, I saw her write something on Facebook. She wrote, thank God, though. So I wrote to her,
Which God?
Do you not believe in God? He said, I said, what happened? He said, I found out there are some questions Google cannot answer.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I said, oh, you found out that God can answer it? She said, yes.
Wow.
Anyway, that's aside. But what I'm trying to say is this. Snail farming is lucrative, yes. But it takes time to start yielding increase.
How much time does it take?
Okay. Yes, a snail starts laying egg for you within 6 months.
Okay.
And if you have good breeds, which is either Achatina chatina or Achatina marginata.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, now that's some jargon. So
Let's move on.
Let's just move on. We're going to have a snail class very soon.
It will start giving you new young ones. But Nigerians like big things. So for that snail to grow that jumbo as they want it, is from 2 years upwards. I'm talking from experience, not what the book said. Because the book will tell you 1 year they will be very big. In fact, some of my snails took 4 years and they are the best breed.
Wow.
To grow that big. And those are the ones we export.
Wow.
Because all these French people like it, their escargot has to be love it in this making.
Okay.
African giant snail, they are placing order, we'll keep writing it African giant
Giants.
So it has to be giant.
Wow.
You know. So when someone goes to the Google and read up, in 1 year I'll be a millionaire, he will take all that he has. And the risk is there too.
Okay.
One single soldier ant can clear up 1,000 snails.
Oh my world. Are you kidding?
You're joking.
He doesn't need to eat it up. You just buy the limostone. The limostone is the reproductive system where it uses the meat. And once that thing is touched, it will die.
Wow.
Goodness.
So you can come and see dead snail everywhere.
Wait. Take those lines again. One single soldier ant can knock off 1,000 snails.
Overnight, you come in the morning and you see dead snail.
Wow.
He doesn't need to eat it up. And again, it's okay, I don't want to buy the new ones. I want to go to market and get it from the market. You can get a wild snail. They will help you to eat up the snails you bought. They will eat up. They're actually carnivorous. There are some that are carnivorous.
Wow.
So when you get your snail from a reliable farm, you're sure. Even though it's not 100% clear that some of them might not be.
Yeah.
But when you're getting from a farm, obviously you've been trained.
Carnivorous.
Yeah.
So you will know how to manage it when you see such.
Mm.
And you will be taught the signs of a carnivorous snail. So once you detect the sign, you will know.
Now, I don't want to make this a snail thing. And of course, I don't want to also take off the show from my here. Now, my question is, how do you then know a carnivorous snail from the other? I don't know the name.
Domestic farm.
The thing is why I say that farming is not a virtual thing. It's not thing we talk about. It's thing I have to show you the sign.
Okay.
You have to see it yourself. You allow the snail, you allow it to see it behave in this natural habitat. And you see the sign that this is a snail that can eat rice.
Wow. So they do eat themselves.
Exactly. I told you I do a lot of research. My snails have drank Pepsi and they're enjoying it. My snails have drank gin as a raw gin. Wow. They will be very happy. They will drink it and
they'll be like, our owner is giving us the main. Our owner is making a party today. Wow.
So we do a lot of research.
Okay.
You know, to understand the new trends. And because I'm someone that is curious, I'm very inquisitive. So I do every day I put in at least 4 hours into research. At least.
Every day, like
every day.
Apart from the active farming, you just sit down somewhere and
of course, when I'm coming from the farm, if I'm not driving and someone is driving me, what do I do with it? I go into research. When I come back after taking care of my family and we're just relaxing, even when my husband goes to bed, he will shout and shout out, just do as if I'm sleeping. I hope he's not hearing this.
I know he's there. I know he's there. No. In fact, Mr. Daniel, please hear me. Hear me. She's saying some things that you need to hear now. Go ahead.
Because, see, when you're being driven with a passion,
you won't be able to sleep.
I had to force myself most times to consciously rest. Because
which is important.
There are new things you see that you need to. If you must be afloat in this present world, you must make sure you relax. You can't stop it.
So I have this question for you. Knowing what you know now, everything, the risk factor and all of that, what would you have wanted to do differently?
Honestly, I don't think I can survive anywhere except in
the farm. Okay.
You know, it was this drive that ended that need glory. At the time when I lost everything, there was a time I was owing so heavily. It's not that I'm not owing anything now. I'm still owing. You need to keep borrowing to face something. But God has actually helped us, I must put it. For me to be where I am today, there are so many prayers that went into it. It's not just me work.
All about God.
God has been there. So the thing is, at a point when I felt there was no way on, imagine when you borrowed 1.8 million and there was no goal. You borrowed 700,000, there was no
that part.
You went to money investors paid in for rice and 9 days headers were eating all the rice. Everybody was asking me, you were doing well in the bank. Officer in the bank, what are you doing in the bank? Inside that, you were being paid well. So why? I said, I'm sorry. I can't survive in any of that environment.
The farm.
So when they saw this, my siblings came together and called and said, we have to let him go. But I've realized that you actually are unrepentant.
Farmer.
That is how the name came to be.
So there's
the unrepentant farmer. So we have much that to support you in this business, and they've been really
supportive. Wow. Then what will you tell like your teenager self?
My teenager self then, okay, let me tell my story. Then I was with my mom. We'll go to the farm after weeding and all. My mother has workers. I don't understand why she keeps taking me to the farm. She will drive that her beetles and she will insist I must enter. We'll go to the farm, we'll harvest ugu.
Maybe there's something she has seen that you...
We'll harvest ugu in particular. When we come back, my mother will sit with me, we'll start cutting it and tying it. We'll tie it and we keep it on top of my dad's car for the dudes to follow it.
Oh my goodness.
Early in the morning, I'll have to go up the same room We'll buy the systems. So if you know it is, oh no go, we'll be selling. You know, I was there. Yes, come back to say I was there.
Yeah.
This is what I was. At the end of the day, I was like, why is my mother doing this now?
I'm sure she knows.
It's not as if she doesn't have the money to take care of it. But they made me believe that from there they'll pay your school fees. And I just realized that it's not true. She was just making me to understand that yes, you can make a living from this. And again, you must finish your domestic work because if you go late to school, you stand at the gate. Those late comers, you take the kid and be the one to do the floor.
Wait. Your mother was a teacher?
Yes. And she was the teacher in my school.
So she will still have to be at the gate waiting for you in case you come
So
in.
you must be diligent. Finish it, go home, do your job, have your bath, and come to school on time, not late. If she fails and come back and say that it's well enough, she will buy rum and take care of it. Tomorrow, that means she will not flog you again.
Wow.
She taught us well in this. So if I fail in agribusiness, I owe my mother my money. And it's why I must not fail. Apart from those that tie the strings to those business to survive, I owe her a big apology because she molded my good well.
All right, I'm going to ask a quick question here. You are a master's degree holder. Take us through your journey education before we go into the real part of farming. Because here's the thing, I saw a video of her loading her bagged rice.
Not again.
No, I gotta say this, really. And in all honesty, I was stunned. I told myself, okay, David, this woman is doing this, you're not going to be in this city anymore. But then it's what she loved doing. So take us through your journey education.
Okay. What do I have to say about it? The thing is, I love to read, but I didn't study agriculture.
I know, we know.
I read English education from my State University. That's my first degree.
Wow.
Before I traveled out for my master's, that was scholarship anyway.
Okay.
I got scholarships, so I traveled. But so far, I've done many other courses. I have clinical psychology with young people and children. That was what I course I designed to help me with training of young people and women.
The youth and the women.
Yes. So it helps me. I'm a child.
Wow. Accountant, economics.
Economics, not
and farmer.
I don't like mathematics, though I still had to go through it in the economics.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I have so many other certificates I can't even start counting. What affects you?
Okay, so
and I'm still studying. Another course again. I'm actually an alumni of the US Exchange, US Nigeria Exchange Program, AWE, African Women Enterprise. So
you are not smiling.
I'm presently doing another one with African. So it's African, people of African.
You are not joking. You are not joking.
All right, now I'm going to ask this before she go ahead with the question. I've been asked to ask. I have to ask you first. Would you like your contact shared on all of our platforms? Because here's the thing. I know how very security conscious a whole lot of us want to be. Your contacts that we can share, that we are currently sharing right now, is your Instagram handle. And that's what we're sharing right now. But we need you to give us the permission if we could share your contact. Now, the contact so it's simple. Just send out a DM.
No, you can share the contact because we are selling rice right now. Maybe my one.
Oh my goodness, it's Christmas.
We are supplying rice and we brand it for them. If you buy in bulk, we brand, we add your logo, your company logo, or your name on it. Okay.
As I speak to you, I know my bosses are watching. And they're also listening at the same time. So we have her here. So, we're going to talk from there. All right, now let's get into this farming thing. You said while we were not on air that you've seen people who have invested their hundreds of thousands and went down the drain because they did not do proper due diligence when it comes to it. Now, livestock view and farming, how do you merge this together? I have several farms, right? I saw you a couple of days ago when you went getting a cow and a ram, and I was asking myself, what? She went for rice. Oh, for the record, she's still going. Now, so how do you manage this together?
Okay, let me explain. When you hear integrated farming, it means let me not say what it means, but let me say what I do.
Okay.
We run a zero waste. A farm where nothing is wasted.
Oh,
Okay.
What should be a waste from here is an input here. For example, the rice bran from our rice mill is brought down to the south. We use it as the bedding for the chicken.
Okay.
And because we don't do vaccine, we do pure organic. We use herbs to train them. Broilers makes use of only 70% of the food they take. The 30 is a waste out. So we use rice bran, which is also used in feed formulation. So we take this so-called waste, we ferment it, we turn it back to feed. With that, we reduce the cost of the feed for all livestock.
Wow, beautiful.
Knowing that organic farming is a bit high, it's expensive. So this is how we have to reduce the cost so we can meet up the time price. Now, in our rabbit system, the urine from the rabbit is used for production of pesticides.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
The nitrogen content.
Sorry. You continue. Now, officially, let me say this now. I don't know if this year is going to run out before we get you back, but I'm almost sure you're going to come back in the first or second week in January. I don't know how you're going to do it. I know you're very tired.
Not on my birthday.
If it's your birthday, we'll party up here. Okay. So here's the thing. We will definitely bring you back, and exclusively we'll be having you talk about a whole lot when it comes to livestock and farming, because what it is right now for us, I hear you say a whole lot of things that we need to let our listeners learn from. Now, let's quickly do a recap. Today, we're currently on the Helpmate Show. Of course, it's not my show. Very beautiful Adenike is in charge here. Now, what we do, or who we have here today, is the unrepentant farmer who is presently, I don't want to call her a superhero when it comes to farming and livestock. She's into everything farming, and she's exclusively giving us a whole lot. Now, you said something about getting the urine of rabbits. So in other words, you do rabbit rearing as well.
Yeah, very well. Are you aware that the protein content of rabbit meat is the most healthy?
Please take that again.
The rabbit meat is healthy for our senior people.
Okay, for the old people.
Yes.
Wow.
It's better than chicken.
Wow.
And the meat too tastes better.
Okay, so I don't even know where to start from here, but here's my question. If you say that for the aged people, rabbit's meat is really better health-wise for them, so what and how would you advise them to eat? For instance, a lot of them would look at it from the angle, getting rabbit is quite on the high, unlike the chicken, right?
Yeah.
And the reason for all of this, maybe you're going to let us into it. Why is that high?
Because not everybody is into it. If people come into it more, I'm sure that the price will come down. And again, rabbit feed is expensive.
What did they hit you?
Even though rabbit is lucrative when you have the market. Because one rabbit on its own gets honey every 3 minutes.
Okay, that means they
So that means they can
And
reproduce.
they give birth every 28 days.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. So in other words,
So
in a month.
it's a very good business to venture into.
Oh, okay.
So instead of snail, I can decide to do rabbit.
Yes, but the urine smells. It has strong ammonia content inside.
Oh, and that's why you use it for
So it's not
pesticide.
something you can use at the back of where people are.
Oh.
So I do not disturb other people because of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. So let me ask you, how would you rate your journey so far? Like on a scale of 1 to 10?
We are just starting.
Hey! She's on
The
fire.
vision I have for agriculture in Nigeria is not enough. It has nothing to do with me. When I lost my father, I began to do a lot of research.
Like a soul search.
Yes, on things you could do to stop some certain sickness we go through in Nigeria.
With what? Okay, we'll go through. Okay.
That was actually what took me into organic farming. I got to realize that if we can reduce some things we use in production of the food we consume, our health to a large extent will be preserved. So I started doing a lot of, I consulted both some people in feed production and a lot of, I wrote to many people, I said, on my own. So at the end, I realized there's no such.
Okay, sorry to
they're
cut
not
you. Was it that your dad died as a result of like a particular sickness that you wish?
Like, you're just like every other person can be sick.
Okay, okay.
But
Okay,
through
understand.
the things we found out.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't want to mention.
Okay,
That's
I
fine.
do
That's
understand.
But, no.
You
But
understand?
through the things you do, so it's something that can be stopped.
Mm.
If the production of food we have is preserved.
Mm.
All right.
So
now,
I started to okay, if this is not yet done, why can't I do it?
Mm.
So the idea about a amicable mondial France is not about me as a person. It's not just about the money. Even though we want to make money, yes, but that's not the vision. So I'm trying to run a project where people can wake up tomorrow and say, I want to be a farmer. Okay, let me go to Amicable Mondial Center and get trained in organic farming. Because there's no such at this moment. And if you want to be trained, you pay through your nose. I have paid 10,000 naira to be trained on just goat farming. I've paid 35,000 naira on snail farming 3 times and I gained nothing.
when you told us you saw
They played video. They played video for me. Meanwhile, I saw the advert on the internet. I saw it that the person was interviewed by CNN or so. I saw it. So I felt, okay, no, this person must know what he's doing. So I took down the details and I drove up the way. If you see me, I went to the
Video.
training. Wow. He welcomed us very well, though. Gave us an exercising campaign. I said, just watch the video, I'll be back. For 30 minutes, I was watching video. I was like, what's this? I wasn't even hearing, sorry, I'm a bush girl like you. So I wasn't hearing the English very well because it was gotten from YouTube.
I can imagine.
So you see, if the government can even help us more, that would be more. If you can create places that farmers should be growing. Most of the chemicals we use in production of food is not healthy.
It's not at all.
It's not healthy. Some things that they give to these things that you eat in the market to grow big because the farmers want to make money.
You know, outstandingly, you made mention of a particular farm where they produce chicken.
Yes.
And you said something that was really, really stunning. The very beautiful Adenike was stunned at that fact when you told her. We're going to keep names, for preserving.
The thing is, you can actually grow your chicken without any second. I'm telling you, and it tastes better. Imagine when your chicken eats crayfish, eats garlic, eats ginger, bitter leaf, scent leaf. You put all the ingredients into your body. You just need to put oil and you eat your chicken.
Oh my God.
So imagine the taste. It will be tasting like bullshit.
0809-168-2000. I totally forgot to call the phone line. 0809-168-2000.
So,
give us a call. Let us know what question you have for our guest. I'm talking about Mrs. Amaka Daniels.
Yeah.
That
one is even tongue twisting.
Well, once again, like I said, 0809-168-2000. Give us a call. Let us know what your question is for this amazing gift, who I must say is giving us so much education.
Okay, so we have a question here.
All right.
Do you do farm mentoring, ma?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so
the person must have been trained.
Okay.
Yes, I prefer when I handle form I know the introduction.
I know the history.
Yes,
farming.
so you'll be able to handle something. For example, I know a farm that called us in the middle of a challenge they were having animal and they were actually doing organic. They tried to do organic. But you see, if I'm there from the onset, I would advise you what you can intercrop with you. It's another way to combat the pests that could affect you.
Wow.
Before we now start application of
so can you please explain what is intercropping? I mean, something that can
okay, let me explain.
You must come back.
There are some.
Let's quickly pick a call. Hello, good morning. Yes.
Morning.
Oh, sorry. Good afternoon. My bad. It's past 1. I'm sorry. Good afternoon from this side of heaven. Yes. Good afternoon. Okay. All right. Okay. Awesome. Can you have a question for our guest?
Oh yeah.
The unrepentant farmer. Yes, got it right. Every farmer. Oh God. We can't hear you. Breaking. Hello, are you there?
Network.
Network can be very odd.
Okay, so you were saying, I guess you will connect back.
Okay, maybe you should call back.
So when you plant things, there's always for example, carrots.
Yeah.
Has a particular insect that is not. you can intercrop with another plant that what disturbs carrots. Okay, another crop. Okay, let me use an example now. When I'm planting my beans,
Okay.
I intercrop with other things like rosemary.
Okay.
Okay, the two pests that disturb these two things fight each other.
Okay.
So instead of eating my crop, you will eat the other one, and it will preserve you.
Wow.
And let me use this opportunity to say something before I forget. You don't need a massive land to become a farmer.
Really?
You can have your backyard farm. Presently, we have about 64 bags of carrots.
Just at the back of your house? Wow.
They're doing well. If you're following me on Instagram, you would have seen the video.
And your carrots?
And if you see how big they are, and they're purely organic. Just in cement sack. You can do the same thing for yam. You can do the same thing for vegetables.
So sorry, let me ask you.
Wait, did you just say inside cement sack?
Yes, please.
Okay, let me ask you now. For example, if I'm a tenant and I probably don't have a back house farm, a back house land, what can I do on my balcony?
We have another one we call wall planter. It has 84 pockets. You can plant lettuce inside. You can plant sprinkles. Even the water bottle that you use to drink water, you don't need to throw it away. Like I told you, my farm is zero waste. Nothing goes away.
We have another one.
I'm interested in this.
Hello, good afternoon. All right, awesome. Welcome. Tomato.
No, that's not what she said.
No, she said cement sack.
Cement
sack. Like those bottles. Sack. Okay, so the question
yes,
is,
you can actually plant on cemented ground.
Oh my word. Okay.
Yes, if you, it's very simple.
Okay, what are the questions? Yeah.
Yes, we do, but not on a large scale. We do it specifically for production.
Light. Aloe vera. Beautiful.
What exactly do you want to know about it?
What?
Okay, aloe vera is healthy, but aloe vera is very healthy, but you always need to consult your physician before you consume for health purpose. For health purpose. Aloe vera has different species, but when it comes to the one you use for skin therapy and for hair, the species does not really matter. What matters is when you are consuming. Like when I'm producing the drugs we use for chicken, if we are producing for a particular one that lays, we don't really add aloe vera. So you understand what I mean now. So it's for health purpose. Please consult your physician before you take it.
All right, thank you so very much for calling. So I'll be right.
So sorry, she was saying something about the balcony thing before.
Just on the wall, you just hang the bags and you roll your things on your own comfort. Most especially things like kale, lettuce.
Wow. Of course, is it like it can be grown in a Nigerian environment? Kale, lettuce.
I said we even sell the kale in bags because we grow it here.
Okay.
You just have this wall is just hanging and you grow inside your house. Nobody disturbs you. It doesn't mess anywhere. It's just there. And you know that when you have plants in your environment, it generates more oxygen.
I do know that. Yeah. I'm actually like a plant lover. I love plants. I have flowers on them, like little balcony. So, you know, I was asking about horticulture like before.
Yes.
That was.
Okay, now we're going to just do this for the benefit of all of our listening audience who are currently listening and of course watching right now. We are currently on the program Help Me with the only painting farmer. I'm talking about my friend, my sister, Amaka Daniels. Now today she's been taking us through a whole lot that it might lead to understanding about farming. I think I'm talking to a super pro. And that's the very reason why she has to come back. Now, what I want us to do right now is, if people want to talk with you, aside your Instagram handle, how do they contact you?
Okay, if you need to contact us, we're very simple. Just dial +234 7089 164 143.
I guess you have to take that again. +234 if you're calling outside Nigeria. Yes.
70
Okay.
89 164 143. Or you can write to us at Amicable Mondial Fans.
Okay.
Amicable Mondial Fans at gmail.com.
Okay.
And within 24 hours, you get it.
That's beautiful.
Yes. So for anything you need.
So let me quickly ask you, what does the future look like? You know, what does it look like for you in the future? Like, you know, when I asked you that, how would you rate your progress on a scale of 1 to 10? You said we have just started.
I'm just starting.
So
I told you the vision of this company is not just about me. I'm looking at a situation where people can finish from even secondary school and they start to have a career in agriculture. So instead of going to university, they will come to American Mondial training college.
Like a university.
And they'll be training, maybe if they want to do engineering and agribusiness.
Beautiful.
They'll be taught how to maybe produce this tractor. In Nigeria, we can do it. We have everything that we need to do it. The only thing we don't have is a training setup. That's the only thing. If you want to be a food and nutritionist, you can apply to come into this institute and be trained on a particular food production you want to start.
But the one thing I like about what you're doing is the fact that you are translating whatever you are doing into trying to change your world. Do you understand? You're trying to make a change. You're not just doing it for the money, for the money thing. You understand? And that is why it's so different. And then you are taking it far and wide into probably somebody can just come and learn and become like a Mongol like you. Become somebody.
And we are making it to be more fun for the young people.
Because I like that part, the fun part.
You won't see a young graduate that can come up now and say, okay, I want to carry you and cutlass and get that bush. Even me, I won't want to do it. You understand? But with the use of hand-working tractor, which is available right now.
Like mechanical farming.
Yes, it makes life easy. And our schools too need to help.
Okay.
Imagine you as a child and on a career day. You come into the school and you will see doctors in their white robes and you now see the farmer with dirty singlets. You want to be a farmer. And for these people, we are collaborating with schools. We are creating sections where schools will give us opportunity, maybe once in every 2 weeks for a particular term. We come in, teach these children for just 10-20 minutes. What we need is to hone their interest, to understand it can be somewhere to
like revamp their mindset.
Then we share seats to them. Those of them that are interested in us can give them maybe 1 or 2 day-old DOC, day-old chicks to take care of. And then maybe on their opening day or parents' day, they'll bring it back
to
what
show,
they grew
to
sell.
They'll
sell for themselves.
I like that.
You see, I told you I'm a practical, I'm not a veteran.
I like that.
That practical part of it, they can never forget it. If I forget everything about my childhood and when I was growing with my mom, I cannot forget when I hopped to go. And so the first thing I found when I became a farmer was Ugo. And I did well in it. I didn't take tired, I'm still in it.
Now here's what I think. So I think that I would need the permission of my bosses on this one. I know how busy you can be. You know, honestly, I would have just said that maybe, just maybe, if you had the space and time, we could just do every other week or every other 2 weeks, having you talk about farming live on air. But then we'll still have to sit down and talk about it. I know how very, very busy she can be, trust me. In fact, when I was trying to invite her, she said, how long am I going to stay? I said, you're going to stay for 1 hour. I'm going to take this open. And she said, 1 hour? Time is money. Those were her lines. So, but then it translates to saying that she's super busy, very, very busy. We know that. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to get their consent. But of course, I think I got their consent on this one exactly. So we're going to sit back and talk about it. Maybe once a month or twice a month. We'll try and see how best we can bring people to understand how to go about farming business. You know, honestly, a lot of people are falling victim of scammers. You just made mention of the fact that some persons will tell you, bring in your money, you will get 700% when it comes to snail business. That is not realistic. That is not really true. Just like you said, practically, we need to let our people know. And one of the things that we stand for right here on NewLeaf Radio is to practically tell anyone that cares to listen that we're here to uplift them and we're here to encourage them. So we would hopefully be having that partnership with you and Model Fabs.
And then apart from that, another thing is the fact that food, they are becoming more expensive by the day.
Oh yeah,
and Nigeria used to be like one of those people that we had like a good farming sense back in those days.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But now we are losing it. I think we need to bring it back.
And that's why I'm encouraging people to go back there. In my house, as small as that house
even
is,
balcony farming.
as small as that house is, I have a fish farm in a buta. Small buta. Just like my backyard.
Wow.
Yes. I have a snail farm by the other side. And then the one hanging bags. That we use to bring you understand? So if you want to go big, start somewhere. Get a mentor. Let the mentor mentor you. After
so we have
training,
a question here very quickly.
Okay.
Do you guys do and sell rice for people? And I think you said it before.
We supply rice. So once we get order, we even brand it. We will brand it for you. We'll deliver to your location once it's in bulk.
So I hope the person heard that.
Yes. All right. Okay. Jesus.
Oh my God. We have 1 minute. 1 minute more.
Okay. Like I said,
For training, we do trainings for them. Like generally, we have another training.
So where's the location? Where's the
location? Off at the group. I won't mention the exact address.
Okay, do you
so
train
once they
people
write to us, they will get it.
Do you train people for the balcony thing?
When we do training, mostly I do integrated farm training. We call it ETO. So it surrounds all, from your production to your processing to even exports if you need to.
Okay, what of somebody that is probably not just interested in the entire thing, just something to do for probably
you take the knowledge you need.
Yeah.
Just pick the one. But I can bet you every knowledge is needed. Just you may not be now, but you will need it.
Now, let's get a bit practical. You said you guys do training for people.
Is it free?
It's not
It can never be free.
Exactly.
If it's free, she'll not on it. It can never be free. Free things are mostly not appreciated. I'm sorry. Now, when you guys do this training, how do you go about it? How do anyone who wants to be part of it, how do you come?
We always list it out on the social media. So we always paste it everywhere. It's all over. So once you make payment, we'll give you your code and then give you the address.
Once you make payment,
we'll give you your code, give you the address.
So, what range?
We make it practical.
What range? What's the payment like?
It depends on what we are training. By then, everything will be clear.
Okay, you said January. You guys are training January.
Okay, you're trying to say that when
we have not fixed any time. So what we are training will depend because I don't do it anymore.
Okay.
Because if we are handling something like fish, we have to teach you even how to hash a fish. Fish business is almost 5 different, if not more. You can decide to be hashing, and people that are doing the business can be buying from you and growing.
Wow.
You can decide, okay, I don't want to hash, I just want to buy and grow up and sell to those who are doing the end products. Okay, I don't even want to grow the fish. Let me buy from those who have produced and sell to those who are doing pepper soup. Okay, I don't want to be the middleman. I want to do the pepper soup myself. Okay, I don't even want to do pepper soup. I want to buy dry and export.
Okay,
There's so many aspects.
Your head is full with everything. I'm just looking at you. I'm wondering what she's saying. All right. Now, if they want anybody that wants to be a part of this, how do they go about it?
Just write us at amicable model. If you want your personalized training, we can even come to your farm. Do the training for your workers, set up your VAT or your whatever type of a fund you want to use, and you start business. If you want to join the general business when it's time, for now with no fees, I'm not known my schedule for January. I have a because we are still working on others to supply rice for people this period. So I don't know my schedule for January yet. But once it's ready, it will be on social media.
Time they say flies when we're having so much fun. We've eaten
we having
two extra minutes away from our normal time. It's not my show, honestly. I would have just.
You'll have just done what?
No, nothing. Just go ahead.
So why can't you do what you will have just done? Why can't you just do that?
Okay, so because I know we will still have to bring her back. Okay. Right. So I don't, and of course, she said before now that she's gonna be quite busy after now, so we just have to let her go.
Okay.
All right. So Thank you so very much for being here. This is Amaka. Once again, my special regards and love
to our
goes to my friend,
Mr.
the strongest man in Nigeria, the one that allows.
And like you were saying off air that you can't probably cope because you'll be having like blood palpitation,
I never said that.
blood pressure.
So she started putting me in sport.
Okay,
I
so
never said
yeah.
So the first thing is that he understands my strengths. He knows my limits. Okay, let me put it. When I pushed out the picture for him, I didn't push it immediately at him so that he won't mash it. Because number one, he's my PA. He knows how to draw me back when I've stretched too much. That's right. I don't know the rice. Let me make that clear. No people are writing me, you should get loaders, you should get loaders.
Jesus.
I don't load my rice. But you see, as a leader, there's something my lecturer taught me in German. He said, if things are not going as you want, make it move as it should.
Sure.
And my father's popular slogan is anything you want done, well, do it
Yourself, yeah, that's
I
true.
paid
Actually.
people that loads my rice because they saw that I really don't have any other choice. And this is my challenge. I have this issue that when I give you my money, anything that you not to keep down the world, it's not going to happen. If I have to go to the extra, everyone I lose words on that. What happens? That's why I have to go because my word to me is valuable more than the money you're paying me. So me telling you I will deliver to you by 11 o'clock, and as at 11 o'clock your rice is not at your doorstep, I have failed. Even if I later bring it, I've failed totally in my brain.
I was going to ask you, how many languages do you speak?
I've tried before.
Oh my
No,
word.
don't go there, please. So as I loaded my rice, I was asking them why I load the rice. They were all standing, smoking. They were not talking to me. I started sensing danger. My first danger was let them not steal this rice.
Okay.
You know, but when one small boy came to me and he spoke to me, he said, they said that they will not take the money you paid again for this rice. That you have to pay double the amount. And I asked them, why? If I'm to load 6,000 bags of rice and I pay you 100 naira on each, how much is my profit? You would even take the capital. I'm not even talking of profit this time. I pleaded, I was on my knees. They did not answer that time was going. Remember, we are talking about truck. If I tell a customer I will deliver today, it means my plan is that the truck will even be there yesterday. So if anything happens, it will be there before time. So when I pleaded, I told them we are not coming forth. I calculated in my brain, yes. I got to I have a single group. I'm practicing it anyway. So I know that this is a small job for me, but I don't know how they will look at me that this madam is loading right, she's stingy. You know? So I went back. I was wearing my normal hijab dresses. So I went back, wore my trouser, wore my top, tied my scarf on my neck in case I sweat.
I will try as much as I can to post that video.
They didn't believe me. They said she will get tired. They are waiting for me to. They said she will take drugs. I was what they were watching. The reason I bought was Pepsi. When I got, I found my energy was I said, buy me Pepsi. I sat down for 10 minutes. And I loaded almost half. All of them were shocked because this is their money going.
Yeah.
So they were troubled, and they didn't know how to approach me back to beg. Pride could not give me. So they went to get elders. They went to get elders in the village to help to beg. I said, I'm sorry, I've loaded almost. Let me finish. They were pleading. I said, I won't even pay the money you paid. I'm paying 10 naira. If they will not accept, let them go. Highest I will do is I'll go to that place and get help. But this rice must be. When they saw it was serious, they even started loading without negotiating price. And my rice was loaded and got to the destination as I wanted. See, if you want to be a successful person in business, you must remove pride. Remove who you are.
Important.
You can go down. See, I can go down. My workers sit with me and we eat together. I cook food from the house, take it to farm, we sit down at the farm together, we eat one-on-one, we gist. That's when you will know the truth of who is stealing your children and who is stealing your children. Because the one that is fighting this war will be fighting with the discourse of discussion. You will just.
That's how you stole chicken yesterday.
You may not say it verbally. If you understand psychology, you understand the unsaid words. Now, during that time, I don't listen to what they're saying. I listen to what they're not saying.
Oh my word.
There are some things they will not be saying, but you will know there's something. So at the end, you just corner one person and make the person happy.
Make the person
She's got so much. She's got so much to tell you that we will have to continue again and again and again. But here's the thing: you'll be coming back again. We'll plan it. No. This time we'll plan it. We'll plan it. I know she's super busy. I can tell for free. She's super busy, and we're super excited to have you here today. We are not taking it for granted. We are super excited that you're here today, and we say thank you for granting us this time and this interview. And of course, your husband, I cannot thank him enough. I call you the superwoman. Of course, there must be a Superman before the superwoman. All right? Yeah. My position, yeah. I don't care what Adenike thinks at this point. There must be a Superman before the superwoman. All right, we gotta go, people. Thank you so very much for being here. Adenike, the very beautiful Adenike, will be wrapping up the show. It's a show anyway, so let's have you.
Well, I've really had like a very lovely time here. It's been insightful.
Yeah.
And I've also learned that I can actually plant things on my balcony.
Yeah, you can. You can.
I'm going to disturb you for that. Hey! You're in trouble. You're in trouble. Okay, so yes, it's been lovely having you around. Thank you so much. I'm inspired. I'm on fire too. But I don't want to become a farmer. Because we all have our callings,
We
right?
need to start growing what we eat. You don't need to be a farmer to grow what you eat.
Yeah, and that's why I'm going to consult you for that one. So yes, this is where we'll be wrapping it up.
Sorry, I also want to add some consultation. Maybe you also teach.
Teach you what now, Mr. David?
No, yes. Yeah, you see?
Yeah,
No matter what see what she's doing.
it's a girl thing.
All right.
So lovely having you here. We hope to have you back. Honestly, I'm looking forward to that. And again, we'll be back here same time, same station on Thursday. Oh well. We understand it. Oh well. Yes, but we'll be back. Definitely we'll be back. God keeping us. And yes, like we told you before, it's almost Christmas. Don't get worked up. We are already teaching you what to do in the new year. Yeah. Don't get worked up. We are here for you. Whatever you need to learn. You don't have fun at all. Okay.
And please, during this period, as you eat that pawpaw and that watermelon,
Remember
don't throw away the seed. Dry it is very important for your children, for your home. It's a strong antibiotics. Yes.
I just threw one away yesterday.
Please don't throw them away anymore. Even if you don't want to plant, you can try them. That avocado seeds that you have, don't throw them away.
Avocado.
In our next seed, we'll talk about what you use all those wastes to do. We'll talk about waste to recycle.
Wow. Beautiful.
I'm so excited to look at me just smiling like she gave me 1 million, even though she's still owing me though. But then let's see how it goes. Thank you so very much, people, for being here. It's been a pleasure having you. From my end, I want to say thank you to this amazing woman. I'm talking about the unrepentant mama.
She's amazing.
My friend, my sister, Amaka Daniel.
She's also my friend and my sister. What's that? You just keep saying my friend and my sister. What's that?
My apologies. All right, so I'm almost tempted to say, she will have to gift some persons for Christmas, but then let me not put on that spot. I know her. She can be finished.
No, we give those that get reference for our rice sales. You don't give commission. Wow. Any market you bring, you have commission.
She's an amazing business.
Amazing.
All right, wrap up your show.
So that's it for today. It was, really lovely having you people around. I'm sure that we had a good one today, and I pray that God will keep us for this season and beyond. Stay tuned for the next show on Thursday. God keeping us too. God bless you.
All right, we gotta go, people. Currently and right now we'll be having the Super Praise Party show, but I gotta tell you guys this. Come 16th of December, we totally forget to bring that. NewLeaf Radio will be having her Christmas
Carol.
It's gonna be time. So wherever you are, anywhere in the world, watching or listening, hey, mark your calendar, set your alarm, and let's have fun together. I'm almost sure my friend, my sister is not going to be around. She'll be somewhere. Yeah, let me be personalizing it.
What's my friend, my sister?
All right, so that's what it's going to be. People, thank you for being here. Once again, thank you. Thank you so much, Mrs.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right, as we go, do have an amazing afternoon ahead. And hey, don't forget, God loves you so very much. Have a great afternoon.
Yeah, bye.